Hello everyone, my name is Sean Bowe and today I will be talking about effective pedagogical practices for the primary school teacher. The focus of this video will be to describe holistic approaches for teaching the whole child. When considering students' well-being, the teacher must provide a safe environment, respect and nurture diversity, be culturally aware and foster a sense of belonging in the students. This means it is up to the teacher to comfort and instruct children. They also need to promote sociability and a positive behaviour. The teachers should see themselves as a family unit. It is their role to provide a safe and secure learning environment. All students, especially those from difficult backgrounds, need this comfort in order to start learning. Teachers should also win parents' confidence because many have negative views of their own schooling. There are many important teaching practices. It is up to the teacher to choose what best suits their students. This should not only reflect students' needs, but be based on appropriate theories on learning. One early theory posited by psychologists suggests learning was a result of humans reacting. Later in the mid-20th century, cognitive psychology suggested learning involved thought processes in the mind. Socio-cultural theory focuses on cultural and human interaction as playing a huge role in the process of learning. Now, all these theories can be useful in applying learning practices for students in the classroom. Assessments are a useful practice in teaching children. Each child, however, learns differently, so it is important what kind of assessment is used. Summative assessments are basically tests which rely upon memory and performance. However, this can have a negative effect on students who may not learn best by memory. If teachers want to foster a love of learning, understanding that each child will learn differently is imperative towards good teaching practice. Formative assessments can be more collaborative and create learning through a child's own interests. This is called assessment for learning and can be very positive for students. Through formative assessments, students can become frustrated and grow as a learner rather than feeling judged by grading. Through collaboration, a good teacher and student can form a pattern of knowledge where learning becomes a search for overarching theories. A good example of this is the so-called big question, where a teacher could ask, why is it good to read? The follow-up would be, why do you think that? Whereas a low mark can elicit negative responses in a student. Asking them a question with numerous answers, it involves them. Some pedagogical approaches examine ways in which we can connect learning to students' background. For example, Aboriginal students can be use characteristics of their own culture to inform their pedagogical practices. In fact, a range of Aboriginal perspectives could be used in practical day-to-day working of a mainstream Australian classroom. The tools used for pedagogical practices have changed immeasurably over the past half-century. Students have gone from colouring in books to tablets. Many web-based materials such as message boards, chat rooms, simulating videos and demonstration are examples of the new tools of the 21st century pedagogy. Indeed, some have said technology could replace a teacher. An example of the importance of the new resources was the bring your own device approach in New South Wales schools. This asked students to bring their own laptops, tablets or smartphones to class. Of course, not every student has these kinds of needs, so there are calls for more funding in schools. Problem-based learning is involved learning that uses problem scenarios to engage students. The theory has expanded somewhat to be more flexible and elaborative. Some theorists suggested that with increased adoption of problem-based learning and online tools, we are moving from an approach-centred tradition of teaching to one where students help generate learning activities. That concludes the video. Thank you very much.
Created using Powtoon.